Now, as we're working with people and trying to get them to feel what should happen, well, really, this pressure move into the ground happens way earlier in golf terms, earlier than most people think. And that's when the club really is getting just past left arm parallel. The club's getting up into the top right here. Well, a good player is already starting to move those knees, move the feet, and the club is then lagging or dragging behind the golfer as they start down. Now, there's a number of drills that we do to help people feel this. One of them can be to go up to the top and take the right hand off for a right-hander, of course. I can just hold it with my finger right here, and then I'll start down with my lower body, and you can see you get this free ride where you get this motion this far down without really doing anything. Very little pressure, almost no pressure in my left arm right here as I drop the club into the slot to hit the golf ball. That is a feeling of not pulling on the club and definitely not starting with my shoulders, but just feeling my arms drop. And this little drill right there can be a real good one for you to feel that action. Now, another great drill is a step and hit drill. So this really helps people in the schools. I do it in every golf school. It's a step hit drill. We start with the club upside down oftentimes, maybe even just with into my right hand. And we start here at an address position. We start the club away and we swing. But that step happens early. Now I'm going to say step when I step, and then you'll see when I swing. Step, swing. Step, swing. So the step happens just like it does in hitting a baseball or chopping a tree down, but that lower body moves first in the downswing. And then there's a lagging or dragging or following club that starts down, and it feels like that club is, feels like it's way behind me. I'm not trying to drop my arms behind me, but when I start down and just let my arms drop, the club will fall and stay behind the golfer instead of going the other way. It's like this with your hands when the club gets steep from the top this way. Now when my club's out here, the only thing I can do is swing across the golf ball, and you get a glancing ball across the face of the golf club. And that friction across the club face obviously really reduces how far you hit the golf ball. It's not a square hit. We also see the result then where you might see players with their hands very close to them as they go through the ball. They have no extension out through the golf shot. This is again another really good drill that we do with people. We just have them take the club and just slowly drag it on the ground out to, we call this position 7, halfway through, extension position, this way. And in extension position, you're going to see the arms are straight. Now, when I say straight, some people do this and their arms disconnect from their body. So I still want to feel when I go through the ball, like my arms are somewhat squeezed against my chest as I go through, and my arms are expanding out this way. A basic thing that I teach all of my teachers to teach is to break things down and use a building block approach to stop this, this move we see our friends make on the golf course. You might be doing the same thing, starting incorrectly from the top of the backswing. Transition is an absolute key move in golf. A lot of good players say this is the make or break position in golf. This changes everything. And the reason you know that is because you see all of these different swings. I was just down and watched Matthew Wolf down in Mexico last week, and he's taking the club way out here, and then it reroutes all the way around, and he just hits, he's a great player, NCAA champion, #1 player in college, and he's a tour winner. Other players will take the club to the inside, a flatter swing, and they still hit it great. So it's how you change direction, how you go from the top of the backswing and start down. And it's got to be a good player, you've got to learn to use leverage and use the ground to hit the golf ball. Maybe you've heard of ground reaction force, and that is when you push into the ground and pull up out of the ground. And some people even refer to this to as a jump as you go through it this way. And then when you look at great players like Scotty Scheffler, for example, um, moving their feet, their feet are coming off the ground. Justin Thomas. I taught Lexi Thompson, and I got criticized actually for her swing at times because she was up out of the ground as she hit it. But that's a power move. I'm not suggesting that you jump or leap out of the ground tomorrow when you go play. But if you get down and into the ground feeling, and especially as you start down right here, then you can move up and your hips rise as you come into the impact zone. But now all these good things can happen in your golf swing if you transition better and improve how you start from the top of the swing and into the forward golf swing.